such a terrible you can get the same thing from a different location. How do you fuck up chicken? How do you fuck up burger and cheese? How do you fuck up a shake? Why did my shake taste like a corn dog? Did you dip your fingers into corn dogs and then dip your fingers into my shake? You pull a lever, the shake falls into the cup, and then you're done. Why did my shake have the aroma and aftertaste of a fucking corn dog? You saw the title of the video, Restaurant Tier List. Let's get this started. So first off, we have A&W. Now, your boys never had A&W before, so I don't know how good the restaurant is, but their root beer is the shit. So if I could give the root beer a tier, I'd probably put it up in SS, but unfortunately, I've never had it before, so we're gonna put it right over here. Okay, now next we have Arby's. This is the one that I know is gonna be the most controversial. I'm joking. Everyone knows that Arby's is trash. I'm going to put it in trash tier. I've never met an Arby's sandwich that I actually liked. Specifically because of the fact that first impressions are everything, and their first impressions were terrible. I would not eat at Arby's if you paid me to eat at Arby's. I'll probably sponsor Arby's. That's only because they're paying me not to eat their food, but just to say to go eat their food, but I wouldn't eat it myself. No, that's going into trash tier. Now, Baja Fresh, never ate that before, has it going to the never had section. Let me know if Baja Fresh is any good. I've never had it before, so it sounds good. So we're gonna go ahead and put that into never had. Bumpy, never had it. So you know where we're gonna put this one. Bojangles, isn't that a song?
Mr. Bojangles.
I could have sworn I've heard that song before. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and put that to never had. You can already tell by the look on my face, I've never had it before. Okay, I've heard of Boston Market though, but I just never seen the symbol itself for it. So unfortunately, I haven't had that either. This tier list is off to a great start, by the way. Okay, here we go. The Burger King. Me personally, I've been there enough to know that their food, I would say, it's below average. I've tried everything on their menu, and my lasting impressions, because first impressions are always good with Burger King. I remember going there as a young kid and absolutely loving it, but the lasting impression, the last thing I remember is actually grabbing a Big King from there. And I assumed the Big King was going to be big, and as you can see where the story is going, it wasn't. And what makes it worse is it wasn't even that good. So the fact that it didn't even leave a lasting impression on me puts it all the way up here into C tier. I wouldn't technically give it a D tier because it's not completely terrible, but it is average. Okay, what's next? We have Raising Cane's. Now, I've been to Raising Cane's enough to know that their sauce is on fire. Their chicken, it's okay. Their fries, passable. But the overall experience of Raising Cane's is a good experience. Even though a lot of things are kind of average, that sauce that Raising Cane's has brings it up above whatever tier it was supposed to go in without it. So we're going to definitely put that up into an A tier. Raising Cane's is a great chicken place to go. Absolutely love it. Don't know what that is. That's going into never had. Don't know what that is. Going into never had. Okay, Chick-fil-A. This is where it really gets controversial. Me personally, I've been to Chick-fil-A multiple times. I had a job right next to it. It always has a line. People absolutely love Chick-fil-A, and for me, it just isn't there for me. It's not the fact that the chicken is terrible. Their sauce is good. Their chicken is good. I just don't remember it to even say that it was even. I can't even say it's good without saying but, because I don't remember what it tastes like. I've only had Chick-fil-A a few times, and it never left a lasting impression enough on me for me to want to go back and get some more chicken. So I'm going to have to give it a B tier. shit, I still think that's a little too high for Chick-fil-A, man. Like, it's not, well, if we're talking in between Burger King and Chick-fil-A, I would probably have to give Chick-fil-A a little bit higher than that. But Chick-fil-A never had a lasting impression on me. I know a lot of people love their chicken. I know this. I understand it. But I could never understand why people love it so much. For me, it's just chicken. And their sauce is good. Don't get me wrong, their sauce is bomb. But it's not, the sauce isn't bomb enough for me to go back. But even with that being said, there are some restaurants that I do go to all the time that has good sauce, fries, burgers, things like that, and I've never gotten tired of it. But the fact that I got tired of Chick-fil-A shows that it's not as good as it should be. I can go to Raising Cane's all the time and be just fine. That's the thing. Maybe not every day, but I can go to Raising Cane's way more often than I can go to Chick-fil-A. Definitely. Okay, we have Chipotle. Now, another controversial opinion. I don't think Chipotle is that good either. Now, granted, I'm sure that you guys, and let me know in the comment section your tier list for some of these that you have been to. I've had Chipotle before. It's really not that good either. Now, granted, I had someone else get my own stuff for me, so I wasn't actually in there grabbing the ingredients that I wanted, but I did tell them what I wanted on my burrito. And it really wasn't that good. You can blame me for that, and that's completely fine, but first impressions are everything. Last impressions are everything too. Since I've only been there once and their burritos weren't really that good, I'm gonna have to give it a C tier. Now, it would make sense for me to give it a D tier or just a D tier, not F tier. Nothing's in F tier just yet. I don't think Chipotle is that bad. But it would make sense for me to give it a D tier because I would rather go to Burger King than I would go to Chipotle. But I feel like the reason why it should go into C tier is because I haven't given it a first shot just yet. And since it doesn't really leave me with a lasting bad impression, just basically my first go wasn't good, I'll be willing to give it a chance just like I will be willing to give Burger King a chance. So C tier. Next we have Church's. Now, back when I was growing up, when I was a wee young lad and really didn't have a lot of money, very similar to how I am now, I used to always go to Church's Chicken with my family. Big family. So we had to grab some kind of food that would feed an entire family that was also on the cheap side. We always chose Church's, and by we, I mean not me. We went to Church's so many times, I might have well brought my Bible because it was actually church for me. Because I did not want to go there, and I just hated everything about it at the end of the day, and I just wanted to go home and not eat the chicken. So for me, since I had to consume so much Church's chicken over the course of, I would say, a few years, just because it was cheap and could feed my entire family, which they didn't seem to care, it went down a peg for me. Now, granted, when I think of Church's chicken, I think of that golden drumstick with the nice crispy outside. So about as much as I got tired of it, I still have good memories of it. My body says it's good, but my lasting impression says it's bad. So since that is the case, I'm gonna have to give Church's a B tier. Fries are good, mashed potatoes are good, the drumsticks are good, the thighs are terrible. So I feel it's right in the middle of the road, a nice little B tier there. I like it, don't love it, don't really hate it. Middle of the road. Cookout, never been, going into the never had. Also, don't know what that is because I can't read cursive very well because I'm stupid. Also going into never had. Del Taco, never heard of it. Let me know if you guys like Del Taco. Notice I didn't ask about the other ones because I really don't care. But if you guys have had it and it is worth talking about, let me know if it's good. I will give it a try. Denny's. I have been there at least once, and I think I went there for their breakfast. Denny's is actually pretty fucking good. I actually enjoyed going up there and actually eating their breakfast. It's so good. Now, I could be thinking of some other restaurant, but I remember going to a place that had this sign. Now, you can tell I haven't been here for a while if I'm saying I've been to a place with a sign very similar. But if it was a Denny's, it was really good, and I would actually love to go there again. So for me personally, the fact that I have an urge to go when I see that sign, even though I haven't been there for a while, because I haven't seen one in a while, lets me know that it goes straight up into A tier. I absolutely love Denny's. I have no bad impressions. All my memories and feelings as soon as I see that name is positive. So I think Denny's is an A tier. Domino's Pizza. The only thing I associate with Domino's Pizza, wow, Domino's Pizza never left a lasting impression on me. Pizza Hut is the place with the greasy pizza, I think. That could have been Domino's. Which one was it? And that's the problem. I'm gonna have to possibly give, because I've had Domino's before. I don't remember anything about Domino's. Wow. But I've had it like 18,000 times. Why don't I remember Domino's? That's a problem. So it's gonna have to go into B tier. It didn't leave an impression. I don't like it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it at the same time. It's just middle of the road. B tier. It's okay. Dairy Queens. I have been here enough. I've tried their chicken, their burgers, their fries, and their what is that thing called? And their Blizzard. It's pretty goddamn good. But I know for a fact that their chicken's actually pretty bomb, and their burgers are kind of like run-of-the-mill okay. But when you add in the ice cream and actually the price of what they're asking for, I would have to give Dairy Queens, like, it's very close, but I can't put Dairy Queens down there with Domino's, Church's, and Chick-fil-A, because those are places I don't love or hate. I just, like, it's just for me. But Dairy Queens is not an so we're gonna have to give that an A tier. They do have a lot of selections for what you have, and I think their chicken's actually their strongest point, because I do not remember their burgers in the slightest. And burgers are my favorite. So if your burgers aren't leaving a lasting impression, that's both a good and a bad thing. It's good because you're not terrible, but it's bad because you're not leaving an impression for me to want to rush back and get it. But all right, the Polo Loco. Never been there before, heard about it. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section if it's worth me going to. Firehouse Subs. Heard about it. Heard it was great. Better than Subway. I believe them. Let me know if it actually is. And I would actually see if I can try to find a Firehouse Subs in my area so I can actually give it a try for myself. And give me a nice little recommendation of what I should try. Okay, another controversial opinion. I already know a lot of people are going to jump down my throat for this one. Don't worry, it's not going to be in an F tier, but I can promise you it's not going to be in an S, SS, or God tier by any means. I've tried Five Guys. I've tried Five Guys recently. I went to their restaurant. I tried their burger. I tried their fries. The shit is super expensive. Now, that does play a part into the accessibility of their food. I know that might be like, okay, Jasper, but what about the quality food? I'm going to get there. Don't worry. First impressions is it's for people who have money to burn, right? I can get, I can get a burger and fries from a different location and more of a chain restaurant for a whole lot less, right? So I just assume if you are asking more from your restaurant than normal restaurants that I'm used to, I do expect a higher level of quality. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have experienced this high level of quality. I have not. The Five Guy burger, for me, does not leave an impression. Is it bad? Hell no. Is it good? Hell no. It doesn't leave an impression on me. And that's a problem, because I went into the restaurant and I saw all kinds of like pictures and plaques and like news clippings about how much Five Guys was good, and there are so many people like taking pictures with like some of the cooks, and everyone's like, it's so good, and that's what the pictures were saying. So I was hype, and maybe the hype for me was just too high, and when I tried it, I wasn't expecting the best thing ever. I was actually very skeptical, because there's no way any burger can be that good, right? There's no way. And it wasn't. Now, maybe it was just the cooks that were making my food, or maybe it was just the fact that I was being very hypercritical of someone who's saying their burgers are so good that we have to put it up in our store everywhere for everyone to see. I feel like your food should speak for itself. And if you're going to hype me up like that, yeah, I'm gonna be a little skeptical because I don't think anyone's really that good, especially since the Five Guys has been in my area for over I don't know how many years. And again, I know a lot of people like it. It didn't leave a lasting impression on me. I'm actually more disappointed in Five Guys than anything else because I expected it to be really great. Unfortunately, it didn't leave an impression on me. Now, like I said, I'm sure a lot of people out there, like, let me know what I'm missing, or if I'm missing something, or maybe I grabbed the wrong food. I got the double cheeseburger. I expected quality, and it was a very expensive, non-memorable double cheeseburger. Now, maybe it's the fact that I know a lot of individuals are very nostalgic about some places. Like I'm sure a lot of people went to Chick-fil-A. There's a lot of Christians here in the United States. I'm pretty sure a lot of people went to Chick-fil-A and it's just a nostalgic taste. Or I'm sure Five Guys is a nostalgic taste for you. But for me, I've never had it until, this year, me being 27. So I don't have that same nostalgia that people have about the restaurant, or the nostalgia taste, because nostalgia taste is very strong. Food could be terrible when you're a kid, but if you love it as a kid, it's never gonna be bad. But for me, I don't have nostalgia taste with Five Guys. I'm going in with my current adult taste buds and pretty much non-bias, basically. Now, B doesn't mean bad. It just means it's just in the middle of the road. I know a lot of people will put Five Guys in SS, and I'm pretty sure I'm over talking this entire point, and I need to stop because we need to get to IHOP. But I feel like I have to make myself very clear because I know this is probably the most controversial one on this list. But we will see. Next, we have IHOP. I have been to IHOP. I have tried their chocolate chip pancakes. It is the best pancakes I have ever had in my entire life. I don't see myself eating anything else on that menu, but they also have really good burgers. They have pretty good fries. So for me, IHOP definitely goes into an S tier. I absolutely love IHOP. Unfortunately, I don't have a burger taste to go with it, but I do have pancake taste, and their pancakes are fantastic. Okay, next on the list, we have InNOut Burger. Now, without going into any details about InNOut Burger, again, a lot of people haven't tried it. A lot of people haven't had it. It is exclusive to California and Texas. I, fortunately enough, was able to have one of these InNOut Burgers. And let me tell you, how do I put into words how orgasmic this food actually is? There is nothing on this earth that has come close to the amount of flavor, service, pricing, and overall feel that InNOut Burger has been able to give to me over these few years that I have been alive. I have had InNOut Burger from the age of 16 until now, and it is the only place that I can go to every day of the week and never get tired. Their double animal style, French fries animal style, is some of the best food I have ever had in my entire life. There is not a single restaurant that I have ever been to that has left an impression on me like InNOut Burger has. This place, if you can try it, if you can somehow get your hands on one of their burgers, you will not be sorry. Unless you hate pickles, because their spread has pickles in it. But you can get your burger without spread, and the shit is still bomb. I absolutely love this place. And like I said, I can talk about this place all day. From its service, to its look, to its old school aesthetic. It feels old school. It looks old school. You have that atmosphere. It always feels familiar. And their burgers are just so good. Their fries are always crisp. They have great shakes. it is an experience. It is a nice restaurant. Now don't get me wrong, ain't nobody there. It's not one of those places where people still smoke inside and donkeys are playing the piano. Like, you're not gonna have one of those kind of experiences, right? But it is still one of those restaurants that is still here on this earth that still gives me that old school vibe of a time that I wasn't alive. And the service and quality and pricing that is so reasonable that I don't see why anyone would ever dislike this place. On top of that, they pay their employees good. So that just gives me good vibes all around. So for me, InNOut Burger is definitely a God tier. Easy God tier. If I had like a God plus, I would put it in God plus, but this is about as high as we can go. So it's easily a God tier. If you have the chance to try it, please try the food. It is so good. It's good. Next, we have Jack in the Box. I remember being a kid and actually walking at least 5 miles with my brother to go up here, and we actually didn't have a lot of money at the time because, or now, but we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So we would actually go up there with the little money that we had, and we would actually split an ultimate bacon cheeseburger with each other. For me, Jack in the Box does have a special place in my heart. I don't think their food is really that good in terms of like quality, but the fact that me personally, when I think about Jack in the Box, I think about how good the food actually was for me and my brother to walk so far with the little money that we had to go up there and try their food and to split their sandwiches, to split their burgers. I mean, it just lets me know that the place, it's special. And honestly, I don't really want to put it in B tier because I know it's run of the mill, like it's like in the middle of the road. Because again, it's good, but it's not really a lasting impression. I'm gonna have to make a new tier. There we go. I'm gonna have to put it in the nostalgic tier because it means so much to me just with my past. The burgers are average at best right now, but it means so much to me that I feel like it would be a crime for me to put it in B tier. So we're gonna have to put this, and by we I mean me, we're gonna have to put this in nostalgic tier. It's a personal favorite of mine that I am happy existed because me and my brother were able to bond on those long walks as we went up there to go go split ourselves a ultimate bacon cheeseburger. So if it wasn't for those moments, I'm sure me and my brother would have bonded over a lot of different things because we were close back when we were younger. But at the same time, like I said, I'm happy that it was there. So it's definitely going into nostalgic for me. Yeah. All right, what's next? The hell is that? I have not had that before. That's going there. Jimmy John's, I've never had that before. I haven't had Jubilees either, or whatever that's called. KFC. The last time I went to KFC was that commercial about the $5 fill-ups.
Chicken tenders, taters, and gravy. I threw in a biscuit and a big old cookie.
But I remember trying that, and it was dry and terrible. So lasting impressions, I'm going to have to give that a C tier. Wasn't D tier, it wasn't bad, but it was just dry. It was dry and terrible. But I don't have an entire, like, bad history with KFC. Like, I have no beef with it, but it's not really, like, good. It's not even okay. It was kind of like on the bad side. No good vibes from KFC, but not to whereas I hate it and wish it didn't exist, right? So C tier. Oh, Little Caesars. Okay, so I have been to Little Caesars 1,000 times in my life. Little Caesars is one of the few places I know I can go as a pizza place. I have a certain taste for it. I can taste it in my mouth right now. Stuffed crust pizzas are good. Their crazy bread is good. Their cheese bread is good. The pricing is fantastic. I love Little Caesars with all my heart, and I'm so happy that it existed in my lifetime because I have nothing but good vibes from this place. And I remember back when the Batman was supposed to come out, they came out with the Batman shaped type of stuffed crust pizza, and it was one of the best pizzas I have ever had in my entire life. Then I went to go see the movie, and it was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. So Little Caesars has been in my life so positively that I cannot help but put this shit into SS, man. Little Caesars is definitely an SS tier for me. I would almost put it in nostalgic, but I have to get my point across that it is not rose-tinted glasses. This is actually a great place to go. Now again, for me, right? I'm sure some of you guys think that Little Caesars is trash and I should probably put Domino's in God tier. But from my taste buds and my experiences, Little Caesars has left such a huge impression on my teenage and adult life. And I cannot let this place go. If I were to make $1 bazillion in the future, my ass is still going to be going to Little Caesars to pick up their pizzas. That's how much I like them. So it's definitely going to SS. Okay, what is that? Okay, Long John Silver's. Okay, there are so many conspiracy theories around this restaurant. Like no one ever goes to Long John Silver's to buy fish. Is a big money laundering scheme and things like that. It's weird that the reputation for people not going there precedes the actual restaurant and quality itself. I've never met anyone who's ever said, yeah, I've been to Long John Silver's and you should go too. I've never met anyone to ever say that. I've been there at least once, and that's only because of the fact that they had a sale going on, and it didn't really leave an impression on me. But that doesn't mean it's bad. So I'm gonna have to give it the good old C tier. Ooh. Now this is a big one. McDonald's. Good old Ronald. Everyone's favorite clown. Every child's favorite burger place to go to. You can go to McDonald's, have $3 in your pocket, and walk out with an entire meal. For me, McDonald's is one of those places that can really hit at the right time. It's like Sims, right? You don't play Sims for an entire 3 years, but when you jump back into Sims, you play it for and it'll be the only game you play for the next 3 or 4 months. You get it all out your system to where you don't want to play Sims anymore. That's how it is with McDonald's. You can have a McDonald's kick. And a lot of people feel like that McDonald's is like a disgusting, disgracing place, and if you go there, you're out of shape, you're fat, you're disgusting. You're look, listen. The fact that you're able to talk shit about McDonald's lets me know that you've been there. So don't sit here and pretend like you're better than everyone else for not going to McDonald's. You've been there too. You've eaten there multiple times. Everyone has. All right. Don't think that you're cooler than everyone else because you hate McDonald's, because it's easy to hate on because everyone seems to like it. The masses seems to flock towards this location. You're not cool. McDonald's is bomb at times. McDonald's is shit at times. It is a very volatile location to go to. Me personally, I was on my McDonald's kick very recent. It was a great experience up until I got tired of the taste. Would I go back there again even though I'm tired of the taste? Probably. So that lets me know that McDonald's should go into A tier. McDonald's is a great place to go. And it's also a very terrible place to go depending on your tastes. So it's, like I said, it's very volatile, but when it's good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's god-awful terrible. But it's so good that it's A tier. Okay, next we have, what is that? I have never been to Moe's, and I've never been to Noodles. So those are both going to go to never had. Again, if it's a good place to go, let me know. Okay. The Panda. It stays up late sometimes, and the food itself is actually pretty fucking good. My recent experiences with Panda Express all have been, why aren't you giving me more food? But again, I can't really get mad over the service that I get. I have to talk about the taste and the pricing. And Panda Express is a good price if you're not getting a drink, because you have to spend like $3 on a drink alongside your food. So I do feel like they kind of rob you there. and the quality of food's actually there. I like Panda Express. Panda Express has yet to like really fuck me over. Like, I know people have gotten, I can see people getting tired of Chinese food if you eat it too much. Me personally, their lao mein noodles are the best. Like, I don't see a better place. There's better places that I've been to in like other like restaurants that have like really nice moist noodles like I like. But even though these noodles are dry, I think their noodles are actually pretty goddamn good. Unfortunately though, I feel like the price is a little too steep and expensive. But man, when you get your beef and broccoli or your orange chicken, you get yourself, even if I'm not getting nominated, you get your fried rice. Oh my god, it's so good. What was it called? What was it called? Oh yeah, your Beijing beef. It's so good. It's so good. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this. This is definitely an S tier for me. Panda Express is so good. Like, it's really good. I would give it an SS if they had a lower prices and their lao mein noodles had some fucking moisture to it. But it's so dry, and I wish it wasn't dry. But I wet it up with the moisture of the orange chicken, and it's so good. So good. So it's gonna go up to S tier for me. It could be better, but it's pretty fucking good. Okay, Panera. Haven't had it. Okay, Papa John's. So, I don't really have any impressions with Papa John's. I've had their pizza probably twice in my entire life, and I've never said, I want to go back. I think, even though I was a kid at the time, this is grown people pizza. And so, I don't think that's a good thing. So, I'm going to have to give that a C tier. Not bad. I don't think, like I said, I don't want the place to go away. Right? I don't want the place to go away. But it's not that good at all. Again, I'd rather go to Domino's or Pizza Hut first before I go to Papa John's. Just because I just associate Papa John's with how I felt about it in the past. I haven't had this. I haven't had that. But I have had this. Pizza Hut. Now this one, as I've said, is just the same thing as Domino's. I don't really have a taste to go alongside Pizza Hut to give it a fair review. So I'm going to give it a B. Where's CiCis Pizza, man? Okay, look, I'm a little mad now because we don't have CiCis Pizza on here. Where is it? We don't have CiCis Pizza? Oh no. Well, if we did have a CiCis Pizza is going up into an S tier. CiCis Pizza is great. The all-you-can-eat buffet, their pasta, their noodles, their desserts, their creative pizza, the spinach pizza. Oh, it's so good. CiCis Pizza is definitely an S tier for me. Almost an SS. Almost. So close. But their pizza can be very dry at times. But it's only because you're eating the all-you-can-eat buffet or you're taking it home. Their pizza gets dry really quick. But if you can get to it as soon as it's hot, you're going to have a fun time. CiCis Pizza, easy S tier, almost SS. Okay, Popeyes. Now, I haven't had Popeyes. I think I've only had Popeyes probably once, and unfortunately, I don't even think I've had it enough to even say I can give it a B tier for middle of the road. I'm just gonna say I never had it. I've probably had it a few times, but the fact that I don't even remember, how can I give it a score when I don't remember? So it's gonna be there. If there is anything I should try on the Popeyes menu, give me a shout in the comments and I will see if I can actually grab that and I will give you a review maybe on the food. Okay, let's see here. Now we're just knocking these bitches out now. Never been here, never been here, never been here, never been here. Heard of this place, but I've never been there before. Never been there, never been there. Heard of this place, haven't been there, haven't been there. Here we go. We're just knocking them out. Oh. Sonic. Listen to me. Listen to me. There is not a place on the face of this planet that I dislike more than Sonic. Everything that I have tried on their menu is terrible. I've tried their burgers. They're dry and terrible. I've tried their chicken. It's dry. It's terrible. I've tried their shakes. They're dry somehow. And at one point when I actually tried one of their shakes, it tasted like it had the smell, the aroma, and the aftertaste of a corn dog. How? There's nothing that's ever came from this place that I can say is actually good. Not a single thing. Now, there is Arby's trash, and then there's Sonic. It is the worst place to ever. There are so many better choices for a burger. I would actually recommend you get one out of the garbage, then go here. I would. So it's actually worse than trash. I cannot stress to you how terrible the service is, how terrible the burger is, how terrible the overall feel of it is. When I go to Sonic to get myself something, I've been to multiple Sonics. Oh God. It's so bad. Their onion rings are terrible. Do I need to go on? There are so many places you can go to that gives you so many things that they do, but not even better, but edible. There is nothing. Burgers are my favorite. You can't fuck that up. How do you fuck up a burger? It's just ground meat and cheese. How do you fuck those two things up? Somehow they do that. They fuck it up. I absolutely hate. It is the nastiest food I have ever had on the face of the planet. I would rather go to Arby's than go to Sonic. That's where we are. So we're going to have to make a new fucking tier for this. We're going to call this the Sonic tier. This shit has done so many wrong things to me. It is so fucking bad. It's gotten to the point where I've eaten it and I've wanted to throw up on multiple occasions. There was at one point where I actually didn't mind Sonic. It was a B tier. The more I ate it, the worse it got. The more I ate it, the worse it got. The more I ate it, the worse it got. And this is in my recent years of going to fast food restaurants. I would not recommend Sonic to the worst of my enemies. It is one of the worst places to ever go. I'm sure that there are people out there who say Sonic is good. God bless you guys, because your taste buds are so different from mine. And I am so surprised that anyone could ever like a place that gives you the amount of quality that this gives you. Like I said, my taste buds just might be different. But Sonic is such a terrible you can get the same thing from a different location. How do you fuck up chicken? How do you fuck up burger and cheese? How do you fuck up a shake? Why did my shake taste like a corn dog? Did you dip your fingers into corn dogs and then dip your fingers into my shake? You pull a lever, the shake falls into the cup, and then you're done. Why did my shake have the aroma and aftertaste of a fucking corn dog? I wasn't rude to the person. I'm pretty much nice to everybody. Pretty much. I can't say that I'm always using the same tone of voice that comes off as someone who's very nice. I can't say that. I don't know how I sound most of the time. But I know that people who work at restaurants have a hard time enough as it is. And I don't want to give them a hard time. So I can't say that I was rude to the person. So I don't know why it had the corn dog aftertaste. Plus, if someone really hates me, they would just spit in my food, not put corn dog fingers into it or dip a corn dog into it. I don't see why you would. I think that kind of gives away the fact that your food has been messed with. And if you want to give off that vibe, you would just spit in it, because I can't track that. That's all I'm saying. Just logic-wise, if you really hated me, you would spit in my food, and I would still eat it. Not the fact you would dip a corn dog into it or dip corn dog fingers into it, because I'm gonna smell it and I'm not gonna consume it. Your entire prank just fell in on itself. God. Oh my god, my stomach's starting to turn just thinking about it. It's so bad. Oh my god. I had a Texas toast burger and cheese sandwich that they had up there. That was, oh my god, their bread was so, it was dry, crusty, but moist. Like, the only reason why it was actually moist to begin with was because it had the grease from the actual burger and cheese that it sat upon. But if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't have been toasted. It would have been stale. That's what it was. It was stale bread, stale toasted bread with burger and cheese. Now, again, I've been to multiple Sonics. Maybe it's just a Sonic that I go to in my area. But for the Sonics that are in my area, it is the worst thing I've ever tasted from any restaurant I've ever had in my entire fucking life. And I will die by those words. I will die by them. There's nobody that can convince me otherwise. This shit is fucking terrible. Oh, okay, rant over. Shit. Okay, now we're raising the bar up. We're going to be talking about Steak and Shake. Now, for me, Steak and Shake is a step up from the normal burger places. When I think of Steak and Shake, when I think of Steak and Shake, I do think of old school quality, the old school like feel. It has old school quality. The prices are fantastic. You can get like a burger and fries for like $4, man. That shit, you can't do that now in this economy. And the quality is there. They have the garlic bacon. They have the buttery garlic. They have the double cheese. Oh my god. They have and their shakes. Their shakes. Steak and Shake knows how to work a motherfucker, and they've worked me 1,000 times in the past. And their fries, their shoestring fries. Oh my god, Steak and Shake is fucking bomb. I'm not gonna lie. Steak and Shake is actually low key. It's a sleeper. Like, if you want a good burger place to go to and you can't figure out exactly where to go, this is the place you're gonna be wanting to go. Steak and Shake easily gets an SS tier from me. I was actually gonna put it in S tier because I just enjoy it so much, but this shit is right below. It's right below God tier, man. Steak and Shake is so fucking, it's a sleeper. It's a fucking sleeper, man. You guys are sleeping on Steak and Shake. It's one of the best places to go for a burger. It's the best place to go. It's so good. Okay, what's next? Subway. I've been to Subway. Okay, meatball sub, delicious. Toasted. I use Italian cheese. I think it's Italian cheese. I use Italian bread. Oh, I get that bitch toasted. They throw on some bell peppers for me. Oh my god. Oh my god. With mayonnaise. Subway is so good. And then their cold sandwiches, their roast beef, their lettuce, their sides, their vegetables, even their cookies, their desserts, they're good. And you can get yourself a nice little bag of Lay's if you don't really like, if you're really filling up to a bag of chips. It's good. And they make all the food in front of you, man. And it's a great experience. Subway, for me at least, man, like, I can never get tired of it. Subway goes into an S tier, man. Subway is a great place to go, man. I don't think I've ever hated Subway. Subway gets an easy S tier for service, price, quality, and overall feel. Subway is so good. It is skating. It is skating the line of SS. But it's just not, it's not Steak and Shake good. It's not Little Caesars good, but it's almost there. It's so good. And that's the one in my area. My area is ghetto. It's so good. I love it. Okay, what we got next? Okay, Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Okay, if there has ever been a place that has been volatile, it is Taco Bell. Taco Bell is like the best, worst place you can ever go to. The food is disgusting, but it is great at the same time. It's like good trash food, right? It's just it's disgusting, it's slimy, it's crusty, but it's good. Taco Bell is the best worst shit you can have. That's the only thing I can say about it. There are times I go up there and their shit is trash, like trash tier. Then there are times I go up there a week later, order the same thing, and it's complete, like it's damn near God tier. So in between that, if I could sandwich it, man, how would I even classify this, dude? Because I can say it's A tier, and then you guys have a great time up there, and everyone would agree, but then everyone else is gonna have a bad time, and they're gonna say it's F tier. You know, so it's kind of, I don't want to give it a B because it is memorable. There's no other place like Taco Bell, man. There's no other place like Taco Bell. Bro, we're gonna have to sell out, man, and put it up into A tier, dude. Taco Bell's gonna have to go into A tier. I can't put it in S tier, man. I can't put it in S tier, but I can't put it in B tier either. So we're gonna have to put Taco Bell in A tier. It is the best, worst place to go to, and you never know which one you're gonna get. It's a fucking gamble. Their chalupas are great. Their empanadas are great. Their nachos are great. They always have a $5 deal going on. So if you're on a budget, you always got to get the Doritos Locos Tacos is good. They serve up the fruit punch Gatorade. That shit, it's so thick. It's so good. I didn't even think Gatorade could even be thick, but it's thick and it's so good. Easily an A tier. So there we go. And granted, look, none of these restaurants have ever got into D or F, right? You either really good, okay, or fucking terrible. But none of them's just bad, right? None of it's just bad. Like, I don't even like Burger King, but it's not D tier. I wouldn't tell you not to go to fucking Burger King. Burger King is actually pretty fucking good at times. There's other locations, and Burger King don't do it right, you know? And that's basically it. What we got next, man? Taco Cabana. No, I'm thinking of a different restaurant. I haven't been to Taco Cabana, actually. I haven't been there. If there's something good at Taco Cabana that I can try, man, because I would actually like to try Taco Cabana, because I love the Mexican foods, even though I know it doesn't really classify as actual Mexican food, but I do love Mexican food. So if there's anything at Taco Cabana that I can try, I would absolutely love to try it, because I want to like Taco Cabana. I really do. Okay, what we got next? Haven't been there. Waffle House. I've been there once at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, like all the other barbarians. And Waffle House doesn't really leave a bad impression on me. Waffle House is pretty much okay. I haven't really not liked it. I don't really remember it too well, but I remember going and I remember eating there. Like, their eggs were fine and their pancakes and their bacon was fine. It tastes like it's something I would actually make at home. Look, I am blessed to not have seen someone get stabbed next to me in a Waffle House. I'm lucky, because I'm pretty sure everyone else's experiences have been like that, but mine's have just been a lot more tame. I'm happy about that. So we're gonna definitely put Waffle House at a C tier. I have not been to Wawa. Don't know what that is, but I have been to Wendys. Man, my voice got weird there. Wendys is possibly the only burger restaurant on the face of the planet that I feel can go toe-to-toe with InNOut Burger. Granted, it is not better than InNOut Burger in the fucking slightest. But if a person wanted to sit down and say, Jasper, I'm going to argue at you why Wendys does taste better than InNOut, I would actually sit down and hear their claim. Wendys is a great burger restaurant. Their shit is so good. Their burgers are so good. Their cheese on the burger are so good. It's just, their drinks are great. They actually have that choose your own drink station kiosk that everyone's been setting up in their restaurants. Oh my god. A Dave's Double, their fries are okay, but a Dave's Double meal, man, you're not going to be moving for the rest of that day. I hope you are sitting at home, and I hope you have no plans for the rest of that day, because Wendy, she's going to give you a night you're never going to forget. And you're going to be waking up the next morning wondering what the fuck happened, and she's going to be gone already. Wendy's is so fucking good. It is a delicious, delicious restaurant to go. and it is easily an SS tier. If I could give it an SS plus tier just to show you guys, you know what? Here, you know what? Fuck you. Let me do this. That's a whole lot better. I actually should do these with all of these, actually, but I'm not. Wendys is in the very beginning of SS tier because she is fighting her way for InNOut Burger. She's never gonna get up there ever, but she is a #1 contender for the fucking title for best burger restaurant out there. I will hear your claims for that. Unfortunately, though, I won't hear your claims for Whataburger. Whataburger is a place where the burgers... Okay. The only thing that Whataburger and Wendys have in common is that I hope you don't have plans for the rest of the night, because this place is going to fill you up. I have been there on multiple occasions, and their burgers don't really sit with me in terms of like lasting taste and flavor. It is a huge... It is a huge burger. It is massive, but it has no flavor. I will say their spicy ketchup is the shit though. But their shakes though. Compared to InNOut Burger and Steak and Shake, I believe that Whataburger has the best shakes in the entirety of the United States of America. Fight me on that all you want to. I will hear your arguments. Whataburger shakes are some of the best you can ever get. I absolutely love their fucking shakes. It is off the goddamn chain. But we're not talking about shakes here. We're talking about the overall experience. And honestly, Whataburger is, I would say, it is okay. One time I left Whataburger after eating a double cheeseburger and fries and a drink, and the side of my neck hurt. I don't even know why that even happened. I thought I was having a stroke, but I had a pain right here. The side of my neck hurt. Why? Why did my neck hurt after leaving a Whataburger? I'm supposed to feel full. Instead, I feel like someone karate kicked me in the fucking throat. Like, why? Why? Why did it happen? I don't know. But that left a lasting impression on me too. That didn't help. Whataburger is going into a B tier. It is not up there with McDonald's. I'd rather go to McDonald's than to Whataburger. It's not up there with Raising Cane's or Denny's, and I'm about to move Raising Cane's up to a fucking S tier. If I ever think about putting Whataburger into A tier, Raising Cane's is going up to a fucking S. So that's how that's gonna work. Never been. I've never been. This looks like a good place to go. And this will actually be the last one on the list. I'm sure there's other restaurants that I had that's not on this list, but you're just getting the main ones out, the mainstream ones out of the way. Wingstop is a very weird one for me because it's nostalgic, even though I just started eating there recently. It just has that nostalgic taste. Their fries, I don't know how they make their fries. I do not know how they make their fries. But I've never had fries like this restaurant before. And they're so good. With the ranch, you get yourself some boneless barbecue, garlic parmesan. It's so good. Wingstop is something, it is special. Especially my area. In my opinion, Wingstop is one of the best places you can go for any occasion. The food is expensive as all hell, but it is one of those few cases where I would argue you are getting quality alongside your food. I'm definitely putting Wingstop into an S tier. It could be better, but it's great. So this is my tier list. If you guys want to go through, take some of these main restaurants and like mess around with it and give me your own like tier list, and if you want to argue against some of my points that I've made against some restaurants, let me know. I will fight you in these comment sections over these fucking restaurants. I swear on my life I will. Don't come at me about InNOut Burger. I swear to God, we're gonna be fighting for hours. InNOut Burger is the best place to ever go, and there's no way you can change my mind on that. If you fight at me about Sonic, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna sit here and stoop down to a level so low to fight someone about Sonic. I'm not. If you like Sonic, tell me how much you think my opinion is wrong. I'll let you say that. I ain't got time to be fighting you guys on Sonic. I've already made my mind up about it. It's trash. It's terrible. It's not even trash. It's Sonic. That's where it's so bad. It's Sonic. And And I like Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know how he got into this business of making terrible foods, but that's what happens when you commercialize yourself. He's a fucking sellout, man. I feel bad for the man. He hasn't had a good game in such a long time. God. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to give me a comment about what you guys feel. I don't really even ask for comments too much, but I would love to see how you guys feel about some of these restaurants here, man. So you guys have a good rest of your day or night, depending on what side of the world you guys are.